Hey guys, some people were expecting another video, but I'm so sorry. I'm not about to make that video, and this is what I'm going through because this is my digital diary. I'm going through a lot. I'll be so real. I kind of wanted to talk about me and my brother's relationship because I got three brothers from my dad's side, but two mainly that I grew up with, and it's just looking long. Like, I don't know if you guys seen like my podcast episode that I dropped 3 weeks ago where I've basically exposed my family, and things are not looking nice because I just realized that my dad was the glue to why I was even, well, why I thought I had a relationship with my brothers, and the glue to like me being in his side of the family. And long story short, my brothers have failed me. Okay, they might be watching this, but me not give a damn. Me not care because I just want to express like how I truly feel. And yeah, like my brothers are trying now to like, reach out and like, have that bond. But after what I've heard last year, my brothers are like in their 40s, going into their 40s, late 30s, going into their 40s. One is doing his own thing. One has a family and kids, a girl dad. And they have the same mum, same dad. I was literally their half sibling. So obviously now, like after my dad died, our relationship kind of just, and people say that's normal. And now that I'm growing up, when people say that's normal, I'm just thinking, bro, I didn't think that would happen to me because I genuinely thought I had a relationship with these two boys. But like enough was enough because last year, like I remember telling one of my aunts, like, I never seem to be in communication with these guys. I'm seeing family members go to them, but no one's telling me anything, And I finally spoke to my brother because one of my auntie was just like, listen, babes, like, let's name this guy Peanut Head. Listen, Peanut, you are the eldest, you're her brother. Like, you're going to have to try and, like, do some sort of, like, relationship there because, like, she was doing what she had to do as an aunt, And, we spoke on the phone and he was just like, yeah, I didn't really feel close to you growing up. And I had to just like actually act like I didn't hear that because I'm just like, what? I thought we were close. I thought we had a freaking relationship. Like, what the frick is this, And he was just like, yeah, like, so we're just going to have to try and, like, build a relationship. And I'm just like, I'm not even going to force it after hearing that. Are you rude? Are you rude? Are you actually rude? Because when I tell you guys, when I thought, like, me and my brothers were tight, maybe because I was young, and they are entitled to feel how they feel, because some half-siblings be feeling like that. I don't know if it was a half-sibling thing, but I have a half-sister. Me not feel like that, maybe because I live with her 24 years. Me not know. But if, God forbid, my mom was to pass away, like, I'm not just going to leave her like that. Like, there's no... This is what I don't understand. Like, I don't get it, because the way life has been for me after my dad has died, it's like, I don't really have no one. I had family, but I don't know if they just didn't care enough to, like, do what they had to do as family. Like I said in previous videos, like, my mom, bitch, I don't know if she knew how to, like, maneuver, like, how I was dealing with when it came to my emotions, like, losing my dad. Because, African parents, they've grown up differently in other generation. So it was just a weird, like, thing for me to accept. And, like, I'm only realizing how bad of a family I have because, one of my aunts who was meant to take on that responsibility of making sure, our siblings stay together because that's what my dad wanted, she failed that. I don't know if it's because she favored my two brothers more because she's the one that came with them to the UK when they were young. And, she's always forcing her children onto, like, him because that's literally why I used to be so jealous anytime I see, like, my cousins around my brothers. Like, they went bowling with my brothers. Like, they used to sleep around my brother's house and his girlfriend's house. Like, and it was so annoying because, like, I will see this stuff and I'm just like, why have I not been told or invited? You don't think I want to spend time, like, with my brothers the way you are? And it's just so annoying because like my cousins and I and my aunties, we literally live in the same area. So it was just like, bro, like why is she actually forcing her kids onto them more than me? Like, I don't understand. And if you've seen my previous video, like my podcast episode where I've, exposed my family member not too long ago, um, you know, I just kind of mentioned how like some of them just don't like their brother's kids, and I am one of their brother's kids, and they didn't like my mom, and they just probably didn't like me. They didn't really like me enough to even form that relationship with my brothers, because that's what my dad wanted. Like, my mom tells me all the time, there's one story, like it's so annoying, but I was born here and my mom came obviously like, as an immigrant and shit, and she didn't have her papers. And they tried to deport her and I back to Uganda. And we was literally in the detention center, and she got a lawyer. The lawyer was saying like, oh God, I hate this white stuff. The lawyer was saying how like Helen's dad is going to have to write a letter, a reason to why she should stay. And my dad literally wrote a letter saying like, I want Helen to grow up with her siblings. So you can just tell like him wanted a bond right there. And it's very clear and evident, because my dad has stated this, how he wanted his children to still be together. And he left that responsibility on, his family. But that one particular auntie like was meant to be doing that, because she seems to be in more contact with my brothers more than I am. My cousin seems to be more in contact with my brothers than I am. Like, I would have arguments like of, I'm just so frustrated, because it's like I will literally go on social media, on Snapchat, and I'll see my cousins literally living up with my brothers. And it's like, why didn't no one invite me? Oh, we didn't know he was coming down. Oh, like mum never told us. Mum never did. I'm just like, bro, like that's not an excuse. Like, you guys know my relationship with these guys. We don't have a relationship. I'm always talking about this. I'm always frustrated to why I just don't have a relationship with them. And like, I get to see you guys with my nieces. Like, I don't even have a relationship with my nieces. Like, I used to be so madly obsessed with my brothers because they were just so cool back in the days. And one of them, who's the oldest, that literally told me, he never felt like he had a relationship with me. Like, I used to be obsessed with him. Like, he was like, when you're young and you're a young girl and you look up to your like siblings, your older siblings. I used to be like, oh my God, I can't wait till my brother gets married. Can't wait to he has kids. I can finally be an auntie, can't wait to like be like a bridesmaid at their wedding. Bitch, I wasn't even participating in that wedding like I was meant to. Like, my cousins were more in the wedding than me. And I remember I had to literally like hold my tears in, because I'm just like, why is this auntie like trying to force her children onto, like, my cousins are three of them. Like, they're all close. And it's like, they have their own relationship. Me not have that with my brothers. Why are you trying to force that? Like, I don't understand why you're trying to force your kids onto them, It used to make me so jealous, because it's like my cousins and my aunties, they have more of a relationship with my brothers. Every time my brother comes around to the area, because him live far, he never tells me. Or like when, he's inviting the family down to his house, he would literally tell my cousins or my aunties to tell me to come down. But it's like, you got my number. Like, stuff like that used to irritate me, because I literally feel like a plus one. I feel like an extra. I don't understand. Like, I didn't come into this world with my cousins and my auntie. I came into this world, with my mom and dad, and you guys, whether you like it or not, you guys have my number. You can contact me. And the crazy thing is, like, he used to pass through my area to go to work. So it's like, I just don't understand. Like, no checking up. I'm not saying they don't. Like, they have tried, but that's literally once in a blue moon. And then I just won't hear from them again. But it's like, I was young. So I remember like these times when they were trying to like get a hold of me. This was like a few years, not even a few years, maybe like a year or two after my dad died. And I didn't know what emotions I was going through. But when I look back at it, a bitch was depressed, because I'm growing up to hear, suck it up, your dad's dead, stop crying. Like, no one's comforting me when I cry about my dad. So I just became this like, I don't know, man. I was just so numb to stuff. But that's not how life is supposed to, go when you're dealing with the loss of a loved one. You should have a support system. And I didn't really have that. And my brothers actually failed in that. Like, that's just putting black in period. Like, my brothers have failed in that. And everyone would literally try and justify, like, oh, they're boys and you know how guys are. And one's got a family, one's doing his own thing. That's not an excuse. Like, we have a phone, a cellular device, bitch. Pick it up and call me. The same energy you used to take yourself and see other family members and communicate, you can literally do the same with me. You know? It's just left me to feel alone because I grew up having a father figure and brothers. And, bitch, I ain't got none of that. You know? Like, just think about it. Like, it just makes me so upset because it's like, no way. I want to explain this to people that just like, yeah, this happens most of the time, especially when like parents die, like everyone just goes their separate ways. And, you know, like your dad was the glue. And I'm just like, I don't feel like that though. I don't feel like you would. I genuinely thought that was all natural. Do you get like, you know, I live with my mom. I'll go see my dad, sleep over, see my brothers, hang out with them, be that annoying little sister. Bitch, I don't be feeling none of that. So when I go around, you know, my brothers and stuff, it's awkward. I don't know what to talk to them about. The relationship is mad awkward. But then I see them talking to my cousins right in front of me. These lot are bantering. These lot are having jokes. These lot are laughing. And I'm just like jealous because it's like, why don't I have that kind of relationship with them? But then I have to realize like they literally have their relationship with my brothers because their mum would literally force her kids onto them. Like they spend more time with my brothers after my dad died than more than me. Like, do you get it? Like I said, I will see my cousins go out with my brother and his girlfriends, or like with my other brother, and like they will go cinema, like sleep over at his house. And it was just like, bro, I just don't understand that. And after exposing my family on this little channel of mine, I sent my auntie like a long message basically telling her like, you know, you actually failed your brother as well because, you know, he wanted his kids to be close. And that was your responsibility to make sure, you know, the kids were close. Obviously, she's been reading my messages and not replying to me. At this point, I was even harassing her with messages like, because you're not responding to me. Like, you want to hear so much from me before. You'd always want me to call you and pick up the phone. Bitch, you're hearing from me now. Why are you not picking up? Guys, tell me why. Because I sent all this on WhatsApp. Tell me why. I go on her WhatsApp. I'm just scrolling through, like, just to see what other auntie has, you know, ignored my message. And I see her. And I see her profile picture of my brother and my nieces and his wife as her profile picture. And I'm just like, this woman never changes her profile picture unless it's a picture of her cute face or her kids. She's never, ever, bro, with all the pictures she has of my brother and my nieces, she's never put it as her profile picture. So knowing how she is, she did that to trigger me. So the next time I send her a message, that's what I see. I don't know if the message I sent her about, you know, creating that bond, because I literally said to her, like, you know, you take your kids to my brothers and not invite me. You made sure your kids had a relationship with my brothers more than me. I don't know if that triggered her, but she went and posted a new profile picture on her WhatsApp just as a way to trigger me. And I was like, wow. A good 52, honestly, she looks like she's 60, 70, but she's actually 50 something. Freaking bro, like how petty could you be? Like, I don't understand what family I come from, you know? And it's like, I'm letting you guys know how much you failed me as a family. And then you go and post stuff like that. And every time this guy or one of them would invite me to places, or like they would invite me to their house, they wouldn't invite me personally. They would literally ask my auntie or the kids to invite me, like as if I don't have their numbers and they can't contact me. Like, hey, Helen. I always felt like an extra. I always felt like a +1, you know, every time I was with my brothers, because I didn't have that relationship after my dad died. So I just feel like in that sense, they have definitely failed me. Like they didn't really do the job they're supposed to do as brothers. That's just point blank period. And, you know, each to their own. They may have not felt close growing up to me, but it's like we literally lost a parent. How do you think I feel? Like I literally had to go through so much by myself. I had to deal with all these emotions by myself. And I don't even know how to regulate my emotions because really and truly, you know, my brothers come from the same mum and same dad. And I don't want to bring it up, but they've lost their mum before they lost our dad. And it's like, I don't know if they had a support system, a family support system, but they had something. If not, they had each other. And I didn't have no one. Do you get, like, my family didn't do really much of a great job. And I don't want to be sitting here victimizing myself and looking for attention, because that's what I've been hearing. Like, oh, I'm posting these videos for attention and da-da-da. No, it's because whenever I speak my truth, no one cares, you know? Like, everyone's literally telling me to just, oh, well, it's life, move on. Bitch, no. Like, I've literally lost someone's, like, at the age of 12. And now, a whole 10 years later, I'm coming to realization of, you know, the reality of things. Like, I didn't have that close relationship I thought I had with my brothers. And after hearing that last year when he told me that, I was like, I'm not forcing a relationship then. Like, that literally makes sense to why, you know, you'd move awkward around me, or like we don't really have that bond there. It makes sense, and I'm not gonna force it anymore. Do you get? Like, you focus on you, focus on your family. The other one that's literally ghosted, he can focus on himself. Like, at this point, I do not care. It's not like I need family now. Of course, I'm going to need family one day, but look how many years I've gone through without needing family. Do you get? Like, it's just so unfortunate because I'm just angry at everyone. I'm angry at everyone, and, you know, the world keeps spinning, and I got to spin with it. I just got to get on with life and face my reality. And, like, you know, my mum has always told me, listen, babes, like, this is just a reminder for you to focus on yourself and pray that you do, you know, have a family of yours one day, meet a husband, have your own kids, and that would be your main priority. But it's just sad because it's like, I genuinely used to, like, be excited to have nieces and have that relationship. I really don't. My family and my cousins and my aunt get to see those kids more than I do. I'm not saying my brothers didn't try, but like I said, it was once in a blue moon. And after hearing that, I don't want to be meeting up with you or forcing stuff. Like, I'm just not going to force it if that's literally how you felt. And if that's literally a reflection to why, you know, we're not close. So that's literally just, it's just, I just want to talk my mind and literally just, like, speak everything so I can just heal in peace. Because I can't make videos knowing this is what's going on in the back of my head, because I'm just not happy with how things turn out. And, you know, life has gone, like, downhill ever since my daddy went. So it is what it is, isn't it? Like, you know, wherever he is up in the sky, like, and he's seeing how things are, you know, going, it's not my fault, you know? I'm just a girl. I'm just a kid. And it's life. But I needed them the most. And even last year when I was going through my little depressive episodes, and I was, like, trying to drop out of uni and home wasn't looking too good because my mom wasn't having that. I didn't know who to talk to. I couldn't talk to family members because, again, like, I grew up new and, like, that family don't like me. And I was just like, bro, like, I remember I just messaged one of my brothers. He's all the way in another country. I said, listen, I need to talk to you. It's serious. And, you know, I'm lucky, like, because I don't get to hear from him. So I was very lucky to even hear from him that day. And I spoke to him and asked him for advice in terms of dropping out of uni and stuff like that. And he was like, Helen, I went through the same thing, especially when it came to the family, like, it's pressure and da-da-da. And he's talking to me, and that's just all I needed to hear. I needed to hear that brother on the phone. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, why are you lot moving like this? Like, why have you guys gone ghost on me when this is just all I need? Like, I don't have a father figure as I'm used to having. Do you get? And I'm gonna seek for that love and validation from somewhere else. And seeking that love and validation through unhealthy things has led me to how I am now. And it gets complicated because even as deep as, like, you know, interacting with guys, I'm not just, you know, guys, sorry, like, the wind is crazy, so if you're hearing stuff, I'm not just, you know, having weird encounters with guys just for the sake of it. It's very clear and evident. It's just a thing of, I'm seeking that love and validation. I'm seeking that protection that I'm always used to. Do you get? Because I'm literally in this world by myself. That's literally how I feel. Do you get? And it's a shame how that's just turned out for me. But now that I'm aware, you know, I just know the right steps and measures to take in place. I hope this white thing ain't showing. But it's all a lot. And when I recorded my other video about how a guy ghosted me and everyone's just like, I don't get why, like, you know, you would think going to, like, you know, have, you know, the deal with a guy is gonna help you. But it's like, gee, like, when you're going through stuff and you're just, life is beating you up and all you need, like, you just want your personal person. Like, I can't go. If my dad was here, I would have went to him. Like, I know, and everyone knows this, like, my dad would have had my back in terms of everything that I was going through. I don't have that. You know, if I had a good support system, you know, instead of being threatened to be kicked out and all these things, and I don't know who to turn to, what else do you guys think I'm gonna do? It's not easy when I'm so used to going through things alone. I'm going to eventually break. Do you get? And if I had that close relationship with my brother, I'm not blaming it all in them, but it's like, if I had just one support system, especially my brothers, I promise you, like, I feel like things would have been different. But no, like, I'm not going to force anything. I'm not going to force no type of relationship. Like, it is what it is, and just got to focus on myself. And I feel like I have to restart my life now that I'm 22. It's been a whole 10 years later since my dad died. And it is what it is, like, you know. I just had to express that and get that off my chest because it's not okay. And I just don't like this for myself. I really don't. I just find it so hard to accept. But it is what it is, y'all. But if you lot enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you guys are going through the same thing, or if you've been through the same thing, please comment down below, because I would like to hear other people's stories and how, like, you know, they maneuvered things in their life. And yeah, guys, I'll make another video, because there was a video that I asked if people wanted to see, but again, I was just dealing with this, and I was like, I'm not really about to sit down. I'm not about to sit down and make that video when I know, like, I want to get this off my chest so I can just finally move on. And if family see this, they see this. Well, I think my brothers have even subscribed to my channel, but I don't know, they don't watch my stuff. So if they see this, hey, yeah, it's the honest truth. Like, it's a hard pill to swallow, but they have definitely failed me in that sense. But it is what it is. Because me personally, even if I have half siblings, like, I have a half sister, but I don't see that as half sister. I literally see that as my sister. But if, God forbid, my mom was to die, like, I'm not about to just leave her and just continue with life. Like, it doesn't make sense. We're siblings for a reason. We're family. Do you get? Like, we're not strangers. Like, you lot have literally watched me grow up. So that's just how I feel. But yeah, guys, see you guys in my next video.